Hello, friends. Now, the first semi-final of T20 World Cup 2021 will be played on 10th of November, that is on Wednesday. And this first semi-final will be between England and New Zealand. So, England versus New Zealand will be the first semi-final, and I'll be giving you my preview of this match. I'll be doing team comparison, and on the basis of my analysis, I shall be giving you my match prediction. So in this match, so first of all, let's see where England is proving to be stronger than England going into this match. In England's case, I think first of all they have a more attacking and more explosive batting lineup compared to New Zealand, and I'm sure you would also agree with that. With their attacking lineup and explosive batting, I think England can give a big total to New Zealand if their batsmen get going. You can expect England batsmen to give a target of maybe 180, 190 if New Zealand's bowlers don't get them out. While if you compare New Zealand's team, they even struggle to post a big total against the associate teams like Scotland and Nambia. If you remember, against one of the team, they scored 172, and against the other team, they scored 165. And they struggled against both the teams in the first 10 overs, first 15 overs. So, going by that, I don't see New Zealand giving a target of more than 160, 165 to England because England's bowling lineup is, of course, better than Scotland and Namibia. So, I think here England is scoring over New Zealand. And if England is chasing, even then you can expect them to chase a big total if New Zealand bowlers don't get them all out. And then if you see the batting depth of both the teams, here I feel also England scores over New Zealand. At number seven, England will be having Moeen Ali. Then there will be Chris Wokes, Chris Jordan. And in case of New Zealand, I don't think they have so much of batting depth, so much of quality in bowling all rounders compared to England. So in terms of batting depth, also England has an advantage. So in terms of batting, of course, England is better than New Zealand. But now talking about New Zealand, where New Zealand can have an advantage over England. So first of all, you in case of New Zealand, you see they have a settled batting lineup. But in case of England, their important batsman and their regular opener, Jason Roy, is injured. And he has been ruled out of the tournament. He had an hamstring injury in the last match and he has been ruled out of the tournament. And in place of Jason Roy, England has included James Vince in their 15-member squad. So James Vince is an opener. So either James Vince will replace Jason Roy directly at the top of the order and the rest of the batting lineup will remain same. Or England may opt to include Sam Billings in the middle order in place of Jason Roy. In that case, they will have to put a new opener. So most probably Johnny Bairstow will be opening with the Joss Butler. But you never know. England may just opt to retain Bairstow at number 4 position and put David Malan at top of the order or even Moeen Ali as opener. So their batting lineup is not sure going into this match, and there is definitely going to be some disturbance in their batting order. So I think that may work for New Zealand because for both James Vince and Sam Billings, whichever gets the game, it will be their first game in this tournament. So you don't know how they are going to perform in their first match. This will be a high pressure match, a knockout game. So here New Zealand has an advantage. And also, if you see that the momentum of England is slightly broken because they had a loss in their last match against South Africa, while New Zealand has won their last 4 matches. And in their last 4 matches, all of them were pressure games. One was against India, and the three were against two associate teams, Scotland, Namibia, and Afghanistan. And even though they were comparatively weaker than New Zealand, but they were like knockout games for New Zealand. And especially in the last game against Afghanistan, it was a pressure game for New Zealand. But New Zealand handled all these games really well. They played really well. So they would be confident going into this match. Momentum is with New Zealand. And I would say momentum in case of England is slightly broken because they lost to South Africa and also their regular opener, Jason Roy, is injured. So here New Zealand is scoring over England. And if we compare the bowling, well, bowling wise, on papers, I would say that both the teams have got equal bowling lineup. But still, if you see the current form, on the basis of current form, New Zealand's bowlers are performing better than England bowler. And the confidence of New Zealand's bowler would be also much better than English bowlers at this moment. So bowling wise, also New Zealand is slightly scoring over England. And if you see the recent records between these two countries, their recent matches, then there is definitely some rivalry going on between New Zealand and England. Because if you see in the month of May, New Zealand toured England for a two-match test series, which New Zealand won 1-0. They defeated England in their own country, in England only. So England would definitely like to do something about it and maybe win this one to prove to everyone that their team is better. And also, if you remember the final of 50 over World Cup, that was a thrilling final in which the game went to super over. Super over was played two times in that match, and ultimately England won. And it was a controversial win because there was an overthrow due to the ball hitting Ben Stokes' bat, and England won in a really close match. So there was controversy about that match. Everyone thought that New Zealand were unlucky; they should have won the final. So here also both the teams, I would say, not only just New Zealand, but England would also like to prove that they were the deserving winners in that match. So they would like to win this match to show to the world. And New Zealand would also try to get even. They would also like to show that they deserve to win the 50 over World Cup and they were a bit unlucky. So they would also like to beat England here so that they get even and show that their team is better than England. So I think this match is really going to be a cracking match. It is going to be closer than you think. You see, if England had not lost to South Africa and if England had their full batting lineup with Jason Roy also playing with them, then I would have given England a chance of 60-40 going into this match. But because I've also discussed with you the negative points about England going into this match, so I feel that it is going to be a close match, a 50-50 match. But still, now talking about my match prediction, I will have to pick one country, one team as the winner, where I will be opting for that country as 51-49. So going by my analysis and my team comparison, I feel that England still has an edge over New Zealand going into this match because they are giving preference to this form of cricket. You see, England has been left a bit behind in the test format, but they have been giving importance to the white ball format for the last 5-6 years. That's why they won the 50 over format. So I still see that England would be slightly favorites going into this match, even though their momentum is broken. So I would say my match prediction is that England will win this match. England will be the winner of this semi-final, and it will be a close match. New Zealand will also give in a good fight, a tough fight. But ultimately, the journey of New Zealand will end in this match, in this tournament. That is my prediction. So let's see how the match goes. If New Zealand can spring in a surprise, or if England wins this match and goes into the final. And I'll be talking about the next match, second semi-final, Pakistan versus Australia, in my next video. Okay, friends.